Hello everyone, I am Dr. Shweta from Management, Jagannath University, Jaipur. So today we are going to cover Introduction to Production and Operations Management. As we all know about production and operations management, we can't imagine industries, manufacturing units without production. As we all know, production has the core importance in our life. Production means to convert raw material into finished goods. So today we will discuss the introductory part of production and operations management. The process and method used to transform tangible inputs into intangible inputs are known as the production management. Tangible inputs means the raw material, semi-finished goods and sub-assemblies. Intangible input means ideas, information and knowledge. There are two definitions according to Bates and Parkinson and Harding. Production is the organized activity of transforming resources into finished products in the form of goods and services. The objective of production is to satisfy the demand for such transformed resources. According to Harding, production management is concerned with those processes which converts the input into outputs. The inputs are various resources like raw material, men, machine, method, etc. And the outputs are goods and services. There is a slight difference between production and operations. So operation management refers to the administration of business practices to create the highest level of efficiency possible within an organization. It is concerned with converting materials and labor into goods and services as efficiently as possible to maximize the profit of organization. So here are some examples of production system. We are taking examples of manufacturing units as well as the service industry. As for example, hospitals. The inputs in the hospitals are patients, nurses, medical supplies, doctors and equipments. The conversion system is to provide the better health care and the output is healthy individual. So we can understand the function of production by this way. As we know the concept of restaurants, so what are the inputs? Hungry customers, foods, chef, atmosphere, ambience, fine. The conversion is to prepare the quality food and the output is satisfied customers. In automobile plant, the inputs are sheets, engines, parts, tools, equipments and workers. The conversion process is fabrication and assembly of automobile things. And the desired output is what? High quality automobiles. So here are the 5 P's of production management. These are really very important. We can understand them with what to produce. Means what are the 5 P's? What to produce, where to produce, how to produce and when to produce and for whom to produce. What to produce means products, goods and services. Where to produce means plants, the facility location, the manufacturing unit. How to produce is the process. You will produce the product by the batch production, through the mass and flow production, through process production or by the product production. When to produce it means through proper inventory control and networking. Then for whom to produce? We are producing it for the people, for the customer. And who is producing it? People are producing it. Workers, engineers, production experts. So when these 5 elements integrated, a successful production management takes place. So please keep in mind the 5 important points of the production management, 5 P's: products, plant, process, program and people. So nature of production management. The nature of production can be divided into 3 parts: production as a system, production as an organizational function and production as a decision making function. In production as a system, we can understand this point as production system, the conversion subsystem and the control subsystem. When we talk about production system means to provide the required inputs, then we will convert that input according to the proper mechanism used or required for that particular product, and we will control the quality through the control subsystem. Production as an organization function. As marketing, HR, finance are the organization's function, as well as production is also an organization's important function. Production as a decision making function, we take three types of decision under this: strategic decisions, operating decisions and the control decisions. Strategic decisions are always taken by the top management, operating decisions taken by the middle level management, and lower level takes the control decisions. Scope of production management, we can understand the scope in two terms: the long term scope and the short term scope. Long term scope where we can't change the decisions frequently, fine, and short term scope where we can change the decision, where we can change the things within the time period. So product selection and design is the long term scope. Process selection and planning, first we have to decide the product selection and their designs, then the process selection and planning, then facility location means where to produce the product, where you are going to select the location or the industry. Facility layout and material handling, how you will arrange the required machinery and how you will handle the materials. Then the capacity planning means when we will select the facility location or we will select the layout, we have to select the capacity of the plant, capacity of the machinery also. Then the short term scopes are the production planning and control, these are the day basis functions. Then the quality control of the product, of the goods. Then the inventory control, how much to order, when to order, what is the economic order quantity. Then the method study, where we can improve the quality, where we can improve the efficiency of a worker through proper method study. Maintenance and replacement are the day basis functions, and cost control and cost reduction, which is the prime objective of the any organization. So here are 5 types of productions. The first one is batch production, mass and flow, process, project and jobbing production. So we will cover one by one all the types of production. Batch production means, as we know, batches are there, fine. For example, medicines are produced in batches, batch number. आपने कभी भी कोई medicine strip देखी होगी, उसके पीछे उसका batch number mention होता है, fine. So batch production is the manufacturing of limited number of product produced at a regular interval and stocked in warehouse as finished goods. Chemical, paints, motor vehicles, medicines are the example of the batch production. When we go for the paint, what we do, the shopkeeper give you the color of that particular paint under some particular batch, fine. Characteristics of batch productions are, they are short run, skilled labors in specific trades, limited span of control. Then it requires general purpose machines and process type layout, manual material handling होती है इसमें, manufacturing cycle time affected due to the queues, it has flexible production schedule and need to have PPC. Then jobbing production means this is also known as job shop production or functional production. Jobbing production is characterized by the manufacturing of one or few number of single product designed and manufacturing strictly to the customer's requirement or specification within the given period and within the price fixed prior to the contract. For example, general repair shop, tailoring shop, baking shops, fine. As we order cake according to our specification. For example, these days fondant cakes are very famous. They are really in. So what we do, whatever the type of design, whatever the type of cake we required, we order that to our baker and he will design that according to our specification. So this is what jobbing production means, where the person is famous, where the person is designated for the one type of job only, fine. So there are some characteristics of jobbing production. Small production, discontinuous flow of material because it requires focus, fine. For example, baking wheat, then slicing, then icing, fine. So it is discontinuous flow of material. Then not proportionate manufacturing cycle time because every stage need different cycle time, different time duration. Highly skilled labor is required in this production type. Then highly competent knowledgeable supervision is required. The last WIP is there. Whether the work is very small but the WIP, the work in progress, is very large. Limited function of PPC. Then the project production. Project production is characterized by complex set of activities that must be performed in a particular order within the estimated expenditure and time. Project production, the basic and major characteristic of this production is it has a specific starting time and definite ending time. For example, construction of roads, building, overbridges are the example of the project production. It is all about one side, one project. Definite beginning and definite ending time, non-uniform requirement of resources, involvement of different agencies, fixed position layout, high cost overrun, scheduling and control are the major characteristics of project production. Then mass and flow production. Mass as well as flow production are characterized by the manufacture of several number of standard product and stocked in the warehouses as finished goods, awaiting for the sales. The goods under mass production are manufactured either at a single operation or a series of operation on one machine. It doesn't require the large WIP or the breaks in the process or the cycle time is different. It's not like that. Assembly shops of automobiles, the production of radios, the production of electric fans, the production of FMCG goods like your Parle-G biscuit, cookies, the candies and fruity and the Coca-Cola are the example of mass and flow production. Here are the characteristics of mass and flow production: continuous flow of material, product type layout, mechanized material handling, low skilled labor, short manufacturing cycle time, easy supervision because it doesn't has the specification, the customization is not there, and the limited WIP. And in the last, the process production. The process production is characterized by the produced and stocked in the warehouse awaiting for the sales. For example, the production of cement, the production of steel, the production of sugar and the paper, they requires attention, they requires different processes. For example, some things requires the milling process, the heating process, the grinding process, fine. So this is known as the process production, where a particular treatment is required. Then characteristics of the process productions are it is highly mechanized material building, then virtually zero manufacturing time, low skilled labor, highly qualified supervisors, negligible WIP and limited PPC. Here are some common duties and responsibilities of production manager, starting from the planning of geographical area to the budgeting, planning the geographical locations, purchasing of equipments and the product and the machinery required for the setup of plant, the layout of equipments, how you will design the U shape, the L shape layout, fine. Then designing a production process, what is the requirement of product, so what type of process you will select. You will select the batch process, the job shop process, the process production, product design, designing production work and establishing work standards. As we know, the benchmarking or the work standard is very important for the production. Capacity planning, production control, inventory management, supply chain management, quality control, maintenance and repair, monitoring of productivity, industrial relations, health and safety of workers, staff selection and liaising with your staff, and budgeting are the common duties and responsibilities of the production manager. So by this we can end our introductory part. So thank you very much.